Hello, I'm Skid from the Fullscreen Gaming Forum. Today I'm going to be giving you a look at Far Cry 3. Now I can only apologise for how late this video is. I've kind of been procrastinating, but there was a reason why I was waiting. There is an issue with this game. I will come to that in a bit. For the most part, however, its multi-monitor support is pretty damn good. Its PC support is pretty damn good in general. I'm running DirectX 11 rather. I could only do this with the most recent drivers because they added in proper SLI support, otherwise I wasn't getting a reasonable frame rate. I still don't, it's sub 8, sorry not sub 80, it's sub 60, but it's close enough to 60 that I don't notice the difference, so I'm quite happy for it to be there. Picks up my resolution automatically. Those watching on those watching on a triple monitor setup running 16 by 10 monitors will probably notice, if you're watching this in full screen, that this menu is actually completely bound to my middle screen. It doesn't bleed over at all. I don't know if the menu was designed specifically to fit on this size screen, or whether or not it's just been coded so that it will fit on the center monitor on a multi-monitor system, which I wouldn't put it past them. Now, one thing you may want to notice is that this field of view slider stops working when you're running in a multi-monitor system, and that's problematic because this field of view, I'm fairly sure, is supposed to be horizontal. A horizontal field of view of 74 or 75 in this particular case is actually very low. Generally speaking, a field of view of around about 90 is what you want. Typically speaking, the field of view is based upon the viewing angle you would get on a 4x3 monitor, and then a game that's horizontal plus will then expand that outwards sideways. So the fact that this is 75 means that the field of view is actually much lower than it's supposed to be, and I believe there's also supposed to be a field of view cap on it as well, which is effectively what I was waiting for Hayden to remove. Other than that, there's plenty of graphical qualities. I believe this is about as high as it'll go. I'm not running anti-aliasing. I've done the calibration, haven't I? Just visible against the background. Yeah, I'll leave it where it is. My monitors are actually fairly bright. It's kind of a problem it makes. Well, it depends on the game. Some games can be very, very dark even on these monitors. But anyway, I won't bother with too much of these. Fairly standard stuff. Aim assist is of course off. Who wants aim assist on? I've been playing it on hard mode, but let's jump in. And here we have it.
Jason, a fine piece of work. Now, tell me about your friends.
The radio said Voss was recording ransom videos of PC.
PC? PC. Pirates Cove. But we call it Sunset Cove. That's one of the prisons.
Got it.
Remember, Jason, the strength you receive from the path will help you succeed.
And this is what the game looks like. Pretty damn stunning. At least the effects make it so. Are they hostile? They're not. But yeah, the field of view of this on this particular game is now being adjusted because of the fix or the widescreen, flawless widescreen fix that Hayden's provided for it. The fix he's actually implemented is a little bit hit and miss. He's not been able to. He's effectively had to properly hack it in. So there's actually 3 slider bars. There's one to adjust the rendered field of view. There's one to limit the maximum field of view it will go up to, and the reason it does that is because of the way the game calculates the field of view for when you're in a vehicle or accelerating and things like that. It can overextend the field of view and make it look wrong. And also he's got a slider for the size of this guy's hand. So, weapons and that. I've actually lowered that down from the default because I didn't particularly like how this gun specifically looked when it was on a lower one. It just looked too far away for me. But anyway, suppose we should get on to do some gameplay. Break my legs while I'm at it. Hop in the vehicle. Right, now the game itself is a open world FPS. There is a storyline, but you don't have to follow it. I'm not going to bother following it at the minute because it will likely include spoilers. So what we're going to do is we're going to capture a territory. I'm up here. Oh, that's good. I'm heading in the right direction anyway. What we're going to do is this little point here is the current mission objective. So this is the story mission. Now, as you might be able to see, parts of this map are uncovered and parts of it are still blank. Now, I can uncover the map by capturing these radio towers, which is where I was at the beginning. I was there. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to run to this radio tower and we're going to capture it. And then once we've done that, we're probably going to head over to this this outpost here, and we'll try and capture that as well. So we'll try and do a bunch of random stuff that's relatively entertaining, but we'll see. Vehicles aren't actually that bad to drive. They're not realistic to drive, but I'm not really going to complain about that too much. They're fun to drive and they handle reasonably well, so. Although it's a little hard to gauge exactly how wide these things are.
Hello?
Damn it.
Dr. Earnhardt?
Hey, it's Daisy. I borrowed the doctor's phone. How's the search going?
Balls, that's one hell of a wide area.
Getting closer. How are you?
Good.
I'll avoid it
Doctor
as best I
moved to this cave
can.
under his house. It's safer since the pirates come to buy from him all the time. But get this, I found something down here. You have to see it.
Okay. I'll meet you there later. Hopefully with our friends.
Great. Bye.
Okay, we'll scratch the idea of capturing this particular territory. You see that yellow box on my minimap? Which is centered incidentally. That's the mission area, and that tower is right in the middle of it, or at least it's possibly right on the edge of it. This must be Pirates Cove here. So I might be able to circumnavigate it. There's a good sniping point. Anyone down there? Nope. There's no boat down there either. Am I going to have to swim? Swimming isn't exactly safe most of the time. Fortunately, I don't think I'm going to encounter crocodiles or sharks here. I'm too close in. Right. Safely across. That's alright. I can navigate around it. Don't have to worry about the story mission. Incidentally, regarding the story, the antagonist, if you've been following this game, I'm sure you've seen him. He's an awesome character, and he's played brilliantly. The introduction to him, when the game first introduces you to him, is just brilliantly done. I might include that later just to show you. And I overjumped that. Where's it going to respawn me?
Great. Bye.
Thinks I'm still trying to do that mission. Let's see if we can drive around it this way and see what's okay. Although that's not a road, it's a path. Well, this is a 4x4, I'm sure it can handle it a little bit. Ooh. Not getting through there. I'm not going to get over there either. Good, I can still sneak around the back of it. Let's try this again without jumping off. Buggered that up royally. Now, coming to these radio towers has a secondary benefit other than simply uncovering the map. When you remove the jamming device from these radio towers, it also, well, the storyline goes that it effectively allows communication between the islands, which allows effectively the group that you're with to get in more weapons, and the end result is effectively you get 3 weapons from it. Loot. Ooh, new skill points. So what weapons did I get? Is it going to tell me? Yep. PKM and a new shotgun. Where's that quest? Let's have a look at the map now. Right. So it looks like I'm going to there, which means I've got to cross the shark-infested water, which means I'm going to need a boat or something that can fly. Over there looks like a potential launch pad. We'll head that way. Up we go. Relics are just collectibles, but you get a decent amount of experience for collecting them, so. There's a path around the mountain, but it's not actually a hang glider. I might be better off approaching from the other side of the river, in which case I will fast travel. We'll fast travel to the other side of the river and then approach from that angle. Now the skill system. I may as well go explain the skill system while I'm at it.
Yes, sir. A fine piece of work. Now, tell me about your friends.
The radio said Boss was recording.
Now, skills are unlocked by experience and levels. I've got 5 just because I've not progressed enough through the story to unlock most of these skills, or unlock the ability to unlock these skills. But basically there's 3 different tattoos, and you select skills from them and it effectively adds extra bits to that tattoo. So if you can see in the background, that's effectively the tattoos. And it builds on it bit by bit. And it just effectively crawls up your arm is one way of describing it. But some of these are fairly standard and some of them are a little bit more unique. So harvest twice as many items from plants and things like that. And you got takedowns here. That's death from above, that's death from below, and then double death from above. So they're fairly standard stuff for the most part. But I've been saving my points just because I want some of the later skills and I just don't want to waste the points at this minute. You can largely get away without using any of them. The other thing is the crafting system. The main things you're going to be crafting are these syringes or medicines, which have multiple different effects. So this one here, animal repellent, I can say that, will effectively repel animals for a period of time. Hunter's instinct will allow you to see animals through walls. It says there you can track them by their scent. But also timid animals won't flee when you approach, which is helpful for trying to kill things like deers. And you will need to kill a lot of animals because that's what you need for crafting. I believe... There we go. So if I wanted to upgrade my rucksack to allow me to carry more items, 26 items, I think I got 48 in a minute, yep. Then I would need to find and kill a bunch of dingoes and collect 4 dingo pelts, and then I can craft it. It's not really a very involved system, but it's nice that it's there at least. It's better than having absolutely nothing. Loot rucksack is just your inventory. A lot of this can be sold, I think. All of these at the top probably can be sold. The rest of these are all herbs or leaves that I can use for making syringes. And then just standard stuff.
Ran some videos of PC.
There we go, there's a boat right there. And I need a car first to get to the boat.
Pirates Cove, but we call it Sunset Cove. That's one of the prisons.
Got it.
Remember, Jason, the strength you receive from the past will help you succeed.
It would have almost been quick just jumping off the ground. Jumping off the cliff. It's alright, the cars respawn, there's absolutely no disadvantage to ditching it.